Makes sense.
All right, let's go on to this one. Is okay. Yeah, this one right here. When your husband gets moody. So let's talk about this one, right? So for me, we were talking about if Kiriwa has become what like oh shisha, right?
So, what
Like
happening?
so the awkwardness is in there and everybody is socially awkward. Like Adebula Busola said, that guy is socially awkward, but this one is not socially awkward. She's saying that the record keeping is socially awkward. I agree with that,
It
and
is.
that's a part of the reason why it's not getting some. That's a major part, right? But to why it's not getting some from his wife. And people will marry you if you're a husband. If you show up as a husband, we know that in Nigerian society, enough people are willing to marry you. But that social awkwardness when he shows up in marriage, it turns to blue balls.
Yes.
So are you saying it's our fault? This is not. It's not relevant to
Not
fault.
a fault thing.
It's not relevant to fault. It's something you need to re-engage so you can learn, right? If I know hours ahead, days that is not Kerewa for you. You get what I'm saying? That's that you need to know your wife at that level. If you don't know your wife at that level, that's your problem.
Yeah.
I know hours ahead, days that's not going to be Kerewa. Either because, it's not the day that we typically do it. Maybe it's not the day it falls on that we typically want to do it, right? Or because of some energy or there's a lot
Or maybe
of things
I'm
going
tired.
on.
You could just
or
tell.
I could just tell.
The energy is
If
different.
you can't tell and you just go and be touching her in bed when you can't tell, and you didn't bring roses, you didn't bring candy, you didn't go out of your way to make her feel guilty for not giving you some.
Or maybe help with some
Right.
chores.
Right. If
Because
you
some
don't,
of us
if you
are
are
out of
just, if you are
service.
just completely oblivious,
Right.
you don't know what energy are in your own household.
Right.
That's probably one of your reasons why you're not getting some, right?
Yeah, but then some people will call that bribing for sex.
No, I didn't say you should bring stuff.
When you said
I said
flowers
if
and
the
candy.
energy. Do I bring you flowers and candy every
No,
time?
you don't.
I don't. Yeah. So let's not even stop. Let's stop the cap already. Let's stop the cap. Let me get my things in order. All right. No, I don't. What I'm saying is that if the energy is off, right, in the house, I could tell you're not feeling it. You have things going on. Maybe sometimes just you're running around quite a bit, a lot, right? You have doctor's appointment with the
stressed.
babies. You go back, and then I'm completely just disconnected from that, right? There are a lot of men like that. As a matter of fact, I've been through that before, where I'm not completely disconnected from that, right? And then I'm now coming to touch you at 11 p.m. at night. I'm not rubbing your thighs, right?
In my head, I'm like, Shofek Bagbati.
In your-
Like, what is going on? I'm
In your head, you're like,
oh my God, yeah.
right?
Yeah. Word. I can remember moments like that.
Right? So I said, if I'm going to do that, I better be coming. If I already saw the energy, I better be coming with candy and whatever,
Right.
chocomilo.
But does that work for everyone?
No, what I'm saying is, it's not particularly those things, right?
Right.
Whatever it is that do you know your wife is what I'm saying here?
Yeah. Do
Right?
you know your
Do you
wife's
even know
love
that?
language?
Do you know? Are you aware that she's probably stressed out throughout the course of the day, right?
Right.
So I generally won't go for kerewa if I know that you're kind of tired that day, right? And plus, I don't have candy laying around the house like that, random willy nilly.
And I don't like flowers.
I'm not,
so
probably not going
what's the
to
point?
exactly. My
Yeah.
point is that what is it that your wife love, and then what would she love? The only thing you should be leading with, if you are aware of that energy already, is what she would love. If it's rubbing her feet, babe, you seem tired all day long. Let me rub your feet. Whatever
yeah.
that is for your wife, you need to know it.
Yeah.
If you don't know it, hello, these are part of the problems.
I think for now, I
Right?
would say
So my
African
question
men.
for you,
Yeah.
right? My question for you is that
Yeah.
if I didn't get some,
Yeah.
right? You didn't know it because I didn't get some. Because why? Because not keeping track of that.
Excuse me.
Right? And and then I'm moody around the house. When I'm moody, that happens sometimes, right? How do you handle that?
When you're moody in the house, first of all, can I say this?
Yes, please.
Okay, guys, I'm always going to say, can I say this? Just know that it's because
Permission.
I don't want to offend you. The man set the tone.
Uh-huh.
So when a man is moody in the house, it feels like an earthquake. everywhere. I got palolono. You know what palolo
You could
is?
just
Like
tell that the
everybody
energy is
will run
off.
for help, so scared. Like for those that had dads that were disciplinarians, when
Right.
your dad is angry.
Right, you could feel
I
that.
didn't have that. I had a mom that was a disciplinarian. When
Right.
my mom entered parent, everywhere go shake.
Right.
For me, when you get moody, before we got to this stage,
Right.
I go to the panic place.
Right.
Instead of me to say, hey babe, what's going on? I
Right.
didn't know how to do that. That scared me.
It scared you.
Scared me.
So the
because
way
I'm
I
like,
interpreted that wasn't
Right.
that you were scared.
like I don't
The
care.
way I interpreted that was the way I interpreted that this person is like this person, like why is she just like it was always my personality was always hard for me to just go straight for somebody's just evil. Right. But that's how it felt. You
Yeah.
know, it felt like I'm going through something emotionally and you don't care.
You're right.
Right? And when you start to feel like somebody don't care, the product of that on my side is bad too.
Yes.
Right? If
Because
you feel
we're
like I
operating
don't
on
care,
assumptions.
it's all assumptions, right?
Yes.
At this point. Because nobody's asking anybody, it's awkward as shit. Right? And then, you know, you feel I don't care. I feel you don't care, right? So it's like you just have to let time pass by. But time is not passing by when you lack knowledge in this. Resentment is storing.
Yeah. And can I tell you something?
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, when my mom was pissed off that way,
Mm-hmm.
my dad would just pick up his keys,
It's out.
exit. So in my head,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
When someone is pissed off, just get out of their way. Or when they're moody.
And that's what you did.
And that's what I did.
Right.
So I learned from where I was coming from. Of which, instead of me to be more aware and be like, you know what, let me communicate to this person. This is the person that I love. At least he's not an animal. We should be able to talk to him. But for me, in my head, it was a panic, run. And yeah,
Right.
that's what I did. I stayed away. Like, okay, when you're okay, let me know.
Right.
I'll come around.
Right. So this guy said, Gracious Greatness says, the way you're talking, Mr. Ola, you will end up in McDonald's. Hey. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. So the way you will handle mood is basic. Now today, how would you handle a moody
it's
husband?
different. It's different now. I would want to know. So when you're moody, I also read the room. I don't want to come immediately when you're moody.
Yeah.
But when I see like an opportunity to come in,
Right.
I now come about, baby, you own Cora.
You do say that.
and I tell you, I said this place. Yeah.
Or tell me my
this place. I said you will have wrinkles faster than me, or if you keep squeezing this place, soften it. And that's my way of trying to lighten the mood. Like chill, bro. It's not that deep.
But you have your ways. You have your ways.
Have my ways.
But it's never direct. It's never direct.
It's not.
Right.
So because I'm also not that direct person. Remember,
Right.
in every aspect of my life,
Right.
I shy away. I don't know why, but this is how I'm created. I just shy away initially. Then when it gets to a point, I'm like, I better say something before I collect or something happens. You know what I mean?
Collect with
Yeah.
Don't say that too. Collect. Oh, you do collect. You don't collect that other thing. That thing. You do collect that
in
thing.
one way or the other.
It's killing
It's true.
me. Shout out to Mr. He said, welcome. Good to see you. Nirogu McDonald Amio. Amio. Anyway, so your way, I think a lot of this has to let's just properly make this structured, right? When your husband is moody, you have your ways of creeping in there, banter, find out. Now, ladies, you need to learn your husband, what makes him tickle, smile.
Yes,
something
because
like that,
I
right?
have to have this, that you're not the type that just flies off the handle. So it's easy to banter with you. Right. So men, you might not be able to do that. So
you need to learn your husband.
Know your husband.
Yeah, you need to learn your
husband.
husband.
Do this and
you need to learn his mumu button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's his mumu button.
You need to learn his mumu button.
Yes.
So when I'm moody, the truth is that I'm not gonna say it's easy for you, because it's not. Because what you might consider, no, what I was going to say, I'm not going to say I make it easy for you, right? But the truth is I'm actively on my end through try to re-engage my self-control, right? That makes things easier for your partner. If you're the one that's getting moody.
And that's also because you are aware, you catch yourself.
Awareness, yes.
You know, some people don't catch themselves when they're moody.
Yes. If you're the one that tend to get moody, because I'm hearing you telling me, like the Holy Spirit is telling me you're saying it right now, that you feel like you're the one that get moody. If you're the one that tends to get moody, right? Awareness is half the battle won. Just the fact that you're aware is a big deal already, right? And then you need to actively be doing the work to re-engage your self-control. It's easier said than done, because remember, you're caught up in your emotions just like the rest of us, right? So it's easier said than done. But the awareness, just be aware now that you do get moody sometimes too. And then suddenly see, I keep telling you, love is giving. Now you've given that gift. Now it makes it easier for them to re-engage, right? It doesn't mean it's immediate. It's a process, right? In fact, anything we're talking about here is a process. And there's nothing here where you snap your finger and things just happen. It doesn't exist, okay? That's controlling behavior. It doesn't exist, okay? What you will do is you re-engage your own part of the equation. You re-engage your own seductive power, right? That's always playing a role. And then you make things a little bit super easier for them. Plus, you're benefiting from that, because do you want to stay in a funk for how long do you want to stay in a funk, right? Anyway, so we'll be right back.